What's up guys, Steve Craig Retro Games back with another video. In tonight's video I am going to show you guys the games that I beat last year in 2023. I'm going to do this normal style where it's just the game I'm showing you, no gameplay, but I'm going to make this quickly. I'm going to breeze through each one, give you a quick overview of my thoughts, and then what I play through the game again basically. So without any further ado guys, let's check out the games I completed in 2023. Alright guys, so I'm going to go through these in no specific order. I'm just going to go by console, and I guess I'm going to do Switch last since most of the games I beat were on the Switch. But the first game I beat is Space Channel 5 for the Sega Dreamcast. It's got the lenticular cover. This is an absolutely fantastic, kooky, fun, rhythm-based dancing game. The story is really wacky. You are a space reporter. There are aliens coming and abducting people. There are dance-offs. Michael Jackson has an appearance at the end. This game is super crazy, but this is one of Leanne's absolute all-time favorites now, and we have actually gone through this game a couple of times, so highly recommend this if you have a Dreamcast. Next up for the Nintendo DS is Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands. This is one I completed a few months ago. Not a bad game. Oh, by the way, that is a definite replay, because I did say if I was gonna let you guys know if I would play through these again. This game was decent. I really enjoyed the way that it actually plays with the stylus. Some people get annoyed by that, how you have to use your stylus to move your character. But I thought it worked really well with this one, and it was decent enough. I don't know that I would go back and play through it again, but I had a good time with it, and this is a cheap game. So if it sounds or looks interesting to you, I think you can get this for 10 bucks or less. Then I would recommend it if you're a Prince of Persia fan. Otherwise, I think the games on the GBA are even maybe a little bit more fun than this one was. Two games for the PlayStation Vita. The first one is Tearaway. This was a wonderful game. I love the story. I love the character, the main character. The art style of this game is just absolutely wonderful. The music. This is an absolute must-play for sure if you own the Vita. This was dropped on day one, if I remember correctly, and this is kind of one of those games that showed you all of the things that the Vita could do using the front camera, the back camera, the touchpad on the front, the touchpad on the back. This was a tech demo type of game, but well worth playing through. Highly recommend. And the other Vita game is The Amazing Spider-Man. Obviously, this game was released for a ton of different platforms. I own it for quite a few different platforms, but this is the one that I decided to play it on and complete it on. And I'm sure most of you guys know that this is an absolutely fantastic game. It plays well, it looks great, and this is an absolute must-play. I would definitely go back and play this again down the road. Fantastic game. Couple of Xbox One titles. The first being Little Nightmares. I'm excited for Little Nightmares 3, but this one was great. I had never played through either of these games before until last year, so I knew what I was getting into, but I didn't know just how well these worlds were crafted, and the characters that you are trying to avoid are so creepy. The atmosphere is just super epic in these games. This is an absolute must-play for sure. Loved 6. Just a great game. Very, very atmospheric. Wonderful game there. The other game for the Xbox is the Callisto Protocol. This is one I was really looking forward to playing, as I'm a huge fan of Dead Space. And in my honest opinion, this game did not disappoint. I went into it kind of expecting it to not be that great because I'd already heard, I did not play this day one. So I'd already heard some people complaining about the dodge mechanic and all of that and the melee. I actually really enjoyed this game. It's not as good as Dead Space, but it's a great game in its own right. Great graphics. I really enjoyed the fighting mechanics. In all honesty, it was different, and for that, I give it some credit. But I hope that they do a sequel for this game because I really enjoyed the world that this game took place in. Again, the main character was really cool, and yeah, this was just a fun romp of a game for sure. All right, so I completed 2 Game Boy Advance games, and the first one is Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Again, another game that was released on multiple platforms. Excuse me. But this game is absolutely fantastic on the Game Boy Advance. So you can play through as Anakin or Obi-Wan. They both have slight variations in the experience as you play through the game. I went through and completed the game with both characters, and I had just a wonderful time playing this game. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I love Episode 3. I love the story between the 2 characters, the relationship between them. The ending is fantastic in this game. The final fight, just an absolute gem of a game for the GBA, and not overly expensive. If you were on the fence about playing this, I highly recommend checking this game out. It's well worth the playthrough. The other game I beat for the Game Boy Advance is the hardest Game Boy game I've ever beat. One of the hardest games I've ever beat, and that is Astro Boy, the Omega Factor. This game is absolutely stunning. I mean, the graphics in this game, the music in this game, the characters, the different types of gameplay style. You've got shoot 'em up, beat 'em up, platformer. This game has it all. The main character, Astro Boy, is just done very well. All of his different powers. This game is fantastic. I mean, it is super tough. I'm not gonna lie. This game took me quite a while to beat. I kept having to put it down and come back to it a while later, but highly, highly, highly recommend this game. I can't say it enough just how awesome this game really is. So this game is pricey, complete in the box, but if you've never played this and you're a fan of Astro Boy or games that mix up platforming, beat 'em up and shoot 'em up, gameplay styles all together, this game's got it all. It's got you covered. Fantastic game. All right, guys, now we're going to move on to the Switch. And the first one is Little Nightmares 2. So I purchased this one for the Switch, and because I wanted to be able to play one of them handheld. And same as the first, this is a high recommend. Fantastic game. Even better in some respects than the first game. They open up the possibilities for you to do a little bit more, and just wonderful game. Again, the atmosphere and the worlds, actually it's in my Switch case, the world that they create in this game is just stunning, yet sad to look at the same time. Next game is Oxenfree. I can't wait to play Oxenfree 2. This game has such a great story. Not much to look at on the back, but you and some friends of yours go to this island. You've got a radio that can pick up these weird radio waves. You can intercept these messages, but as the story progresses, you figure out what happened to some other characters on this island in the past and what these messages you're getting actually are and what they mean. This is kind of a point and click style game. It's kind of a slow burn, but fantastic art style, fantastic music, and just love this game. Can't say enough about Oxenfree. Not a cheap one, but well worth the playthrough. Next game I beat is FIFA 19. So I went in, started a season with Atlanta United, played through the entire season, won the Cup, MLS Cup, and I absolutely love the FIFA games. I've been playing them from the very beginning. So yeah, if you're a fan of soccer or FIFA games, pick it up. It's a must play. Next game is Speed Limit. A few of these you will see are sealed. I bought digital downloads to be able to play some of these without having to open up my games. This game is short but sweet. As you can see, this is from Strictly Limited. And this game is kind of a combination of different genres as well. As you can see, the genre-changing roller coaster. All different types of gameplay style in this game. You are basically trying to escape. And yeah, this game is crazy. It's crazy fast. It is super fun. I want to say this game is only about 45 minutes to an hour long, but oh, what a ride. Yeah, pick this up digitally or physically, it doesn't matter, but Speed Limit is a short but super sweet and fun ride for sure. Must play. Next game is Ape Out. This is another one I bought digitally as well. This game is also super tough. So you play as an ape and you are trying to escape a high-rise building, and each floor is a level, and you have to run, smash, and grab and throw your enemies who are trying to shoot you with guns, flamethrowers, rocket launchers, and yeah, this game is hectic as can be. And then once you've beaten the game and escaped the building, there's New Game Plus where you have to break back in, get all the way back to where you started, save your son, and then get back out of the building with your little son on your back. Yeah, super crazy game. Also very difficult near the end. But the music, this game also has, it's like rhythm-based kind of jazz type music. So the jazz music plays to the action. So as you're smashing windows and throwing guys against walls, you'll hear the smashing of cymbals and the banging of drums. Really, really cool game. Highly recommend this if this sounds like something that might be up your alley. It's definitely different, and I've not played anything like it. Next game I beat is Arms. Just went through, picked a player, and just worked my way through all of the different characters until I beat the game. Really fun game. Enjoyed my time with it. It's one that I might go back to every once in a while, play a few rounds. It's one that would be fun, multiplayer if you've got some friends over. But, fun game. Glad I have it. Next game up is Super Mario Odyssey. This is an absolutely wonderful title. Had a great time playing through this. I don't know what took me so long to get to it. Great story, great graphics, great music. This is a winner, obviously. Most of you guys are already familiar with it and you know yourselves. But if you haven't played this and you're on the fence for whatever reason, this is an absolute must play. Check this game out. It's fantastic. Next game is Theater Rhythm Final Bar Line. This is another rhythm-based game. If you guys are familiar with the original Theater Rhythm games that came out for the 3DS, where it plays the music from the Final Fantasy games, and you've got slide bars and stuff. You have to tap buttons and hit them as the notes come in. This game's wonderful. Graphics are, they're nice for what the game is, but the music is what sells this game. If you are a fan, even if you're not a fan of Final Fantasy games, the music is absolutely wonderful. Well worth the playthrough. I beat this game, and I also tried to 100% it, which is getting top scores on every song. But there are about 10 songs on this game that I could not fully complete, so just fell a little bit short of 100%. But man, what a great game! Definitely check that out if you're into music style games. Next game is Death's Door, another Devolver game. As you guys have already seen quite a few Devolver titles. I absolutely love them. This is a Souls-like game, and this game is wonderful. You play as the little crow, and basically you are reaping souls, and as the story uncovers, this game has a great story. This game is just fantastic all around. If you're interested in this, just check it out, play it. It's well worth your time. I promise you, you will not regret checking this game out. This game is so good. I have 2 copies, actually. I've got this copy and then a sealed, numbered copy. Instead of getting digital with this one, I just went ahead and bought another copy, but the covers are different. Death's Door is a must-play for sure. Check it out if you want a top-down style Souls game. It's great. Next game is Outlast Bundle of Terror. Probably the scariest game I've ever completed. So I beat the game and the DLC, which is the Whistleblower. Where does it say it on here? Somewhere. Maybe it doesn't on this. But yeah, beat this game and the Whistleblower DLC. Absolutely horrific. This game is so creepy. I only played it at night. There were a couple of times I had to, just set it down, turn it off, come back to it the next night. This game is very unnerving, but super great horror game. This is a run and hide. You do not have weapons, no way to defend yourself, which to me makes it even scarier. This is a must play if you're a fan of horror games all day long. Next game is Horizon Chase Turbo. This is a racing game, obviously, but this is very arcadey. But this is arcade racer on crack. I mean, the speeds at which your car goes and go through these turns, it is absolutely insane. Such a fantastic racer. I 100% at this game. You have to not only win the races, but there are also coins that you have to pick up. Each race has a certain number of coins. They're placed all over the maps, and you have to try to pick up each one. And you have to get all the coins and win the race at the same time in order to gold star each race. And I did that for each and every one on this game. If you are a fan of racers, arcade racers, great music, and super fast speeds, this game's right up your alley. Definitely check this out. Horizon Chase Turbo. Next game up is Sayanora Wild Hearts. This is an Annapurna game. Another music rhythm-based game here. Very beautiful graphics. Basically, each level is a song. And again, different types of genres kind of mixed in. And this game's kind of hard to put into a box. But if you're into music, rhythm games, beautiful graphics, and Annapurna games, check this game out. It's well worth it for sure. And that one's fairly cheap as well. Next up is Stubs the Zombie, a rebel without a pulse. This is a pretty tough game, or at least the last hour of this game is very hard. They really ramp up the difficulty, and oh my gosh, man, do they spit out the bad guys at you in that last hour of this game. I had a hell of a time trying to get through the end to finally beat this game. The story is super quirky. If you've never played this, this is obviously a remake of an original Xbox title where you play as Stubs the Zombie. This does take place in the 50s. Actually, it's 1959 in the city of Punch Bowl. and the story is just super quirky and goofballish, but the gameplay is fun, and you have some really cool abilities that you can do. You've got hand grenade. You can roll your head like a bowling ball and then detonate it with the pull of a trigger, and a couple other little things. But fun game. Can be a bit frustrating, but if this is something that you might be interested in, I would recommend it, but it does get kind of difficult near the end. Next to last title is Trck Toomi, another Devolver title. This is a side-scrolling platformer, Sayanora, samurai game, excuse me, black and white. Very minimalistic style. It's very stylized for black and white. This was a heck of a game. Really enjoyed my playthrough on this one as well. It's not a very long game. I don't honestly remember if it took me 4, 5, or 6 hours to play through this, but either way, again, it's beautiful. I had a really good time with this. The action is fun. It's not quite as fluid as I wish it could be. This does, depend on you defending yourself, and it does, have a tendency to be a little choppy and blocky as far as the attacking and the defense goes, the combat. But either way, this is a fun game and one that I would definitely go back and take the trek again. So this is a recommend, especially if you are a fan of Devolver or samurai style games. And then the last game, guys, I've beaten 3 or 4 times over the last year, and that is Broforce. Again, I bought a digital copy of Broforce because the physical copy took years to come out. I did get a physical copy, as you can see, but this game is so much fun. I love the premise. I love the characters. I love the graphics. I love the music. I love the narrator's voice. This game is just pure, unadulterated 80s and 90s fun. Pixelated graphics. If you're not familiar with Broforce, check out some gameplay footage of this game. Buy this game if you're into this type of thing. I'm telling you, this thing is also multiplayer, and it is a blast, and I mean that in more ways than one. But I absolutely recommend Broforce, and those are all the games I beat in 2023, guys. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and you're not yet a subscriber to the channel, think about hitting that subscribe button for me. And if you enjoy my content and you'd like to check out a little bit more, you can go to my Instagram. That is Steve Craig Retro Games, same as it is down below. And of course, I drop videos every Monday and every Friday, so make sure you come back and check that out. Every Monday is Handheld Game of the Week, and next Friday will be a pickups video. So make sure you come back for both of those. But until then, leave me some comments down below, guys. Let me know any of the games that you beat last year. Let me know any of your thoughts on any of the games I beat. I would love to have a conversation down below. And of course, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for the thumbs ups in the comments. I love you all, and I appreciate you guys. So until next week, have an absolutely fantastic weekend, guys. Take care of yourselves out there, and keep gaming.